These are notes 4-1. We are talking about angles and their measure. So the first thing we're going to talk about is we're moving into the idea that we have a circle, and we're going to be using those a lot. So the circle has one full rotation of 360 degrees, so we're no longer going to kind of be stuck with just using 0 to 90 or 0 to 180. We're going to be working with angles up to 360 and sometimes bigger than 360. So we're going to get really specific with our degrees for today. So we divide our circle into 360 degrees. Then I'm going to take each degree and I'm going to divide it into something called minutes, so 60 minutes. So you can see for 1 degree is already really tiny. 60 minutes is going to be even smaller. The notation that we use for 60 minutes is that little, or for minutes I should say. So this would be 4 minutes. So just that little hyphen thing. I'm not even sure what it's called. And then each minute is then divided into 60 seconds. So seconds are super tiny. So this would be 4 seconds. So that's the way that we would denote it. If I had degrees, let's say I was working with something like 8 degrees, this would be 8 degrees, 4 minutes, 4 seconds. That's a way that we would kind of talk about an angle. We use minutes and seconds a lot with navigation problems. And they use them to kind of navigate boats and planes around the world as well. So we have something called degree decimal, and this is the way that we've talked about angles your entire life. We've always presented it to you in this degree decimal notation. So this is 50.3772 or 3722 degrees. However, starting today, we're going to look at a second representation of that same angle, and that same angle, if I put it into degree minute second notation, so we would call this DMS, that's 50 degrees, 22 minutes, 38 seconds. These are equivalent expressions just written 2 separate ways. To kind of get in between these two, we got to have some conversion factors. So one of the things that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get from this degree decimal into minute seconds. The idea is I have 1 minute, and that's equal to 60. Let's start over. We have this idea that we have 1 degree, and that 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. And then what we're going to do is this is a conversion factor, so you might remember this from Algebra 2 when we asked you to convert between units. To actually use it as a conversion factor, I'm going to divide each side by 60, so 1 degree, 60 minutes, or I can divide each side by 1 degree and have 60 minutes, 1 degree. This is one set, so this is going to get me from degrees into minutes and vice versa. The other thing is we have 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So I'm going to divide each side by 1 minute. So here's my first conversion factor. So 60 seconds, 1 minute, or divide each side by 60 minutes. And my other conversion factor would be that. So those were those 2 conversion factors come from. The second conversion factor is going to get you from minutes into seconds and vice versa. The other one I kind of want to set up with this is the idea of I have 1 degree, and that 1 degree is equal to 3,600 seconds. Okay, and the way that I got there is 1 degree, and I'm going to actually use a conversion factor, has 60 minutes in it, and then each minute has 60 seconds in it. So this actually, see that this unit cancels this guy, this unit cancels this guy, 60 times 60 is 3,600. That's where that's coming from. You're never going to have to derive these for me. If you just know how to convert, that's fine with me. So 1 degree is 3,600 seconds, or 3,600 seconds is 1 degree, and that's just dividing each side back and forth again. We'll use these a couple of times, so hopefully you get a little comfortable with them. You do need your calculator out. So this is 78.3, and we're going to convert this into degrees, minutes, seconds. This is in decimal degree. This is the normal way that we look at it. Now, no matter what, this is going to stay 78 degrees. Okay, we have to take this decimal part, and that's where my minutes and my seconds come in. So 0.3 of a degree, what I want to do is convert that into minutes. Minutes needs to be in top, 1 degree in the bottom. So it's going to be 0.3 times 60, which gives you a grand total of 18 minutes. So 78.3 degrees is the same as 78 degrees and 18 minutes. 37.425, no matter what, we're going to keep the 37 degree part. The 0.425 is what we're going to change into minutes and maybe seconds. Same conversion factor, so I want this in minutes. We're going to put that over degrees to cancel the degrees. 60 minutes, 1 degree, so 0.425 times 60, and that gives you 25.5 minutes. What we want to do is, this is my full amount of minutes, so we're going to say 25 minutes, but I have this 0.5 minute left over. What's left over, we're going to convert into seconds. So this time we want seconds in the top, minutes in the bottom. So we have 60 seconds per 1 minute, so 0.5 times 60, and that's going to give you a grand total of 30 seconds. So this converted would be 37 degrees, 25 minutes, 30 seconds. Last one, 10.37. So remember that 10 is going to stay. This is definitely 10 degrees. We have to worry about that 37. That's in degrees. We want it to go into minutes. So 60, I did it again. 60 minutes, 1 degree, 0.37 times 60. You get 22.2 minutes. We're going to keep that 22, so that's going to be our 22 minutes, but we're going to take that 0.2 and convert that into seconds. Seconds in the top, minutes in the bottom. 60 seconds over 1 minute. 0.2 times 60 equals 12 seconds. Now we're going to go the opposite direction, and the opposite direction is going to be from degree, minute, seconds into decimal degree. So we have 16 degrees, that's going to definitely stay. We have 36 minutes that I need to convert into degrees. So degrees needs to be in the top this time, 60 minutes in the bottom. This is going to be 36 divided by 60, gives you a nice number of 0.6 degrees. So this is 16 degrees, 16.6 degrees. The next one I'm going to change a little bit so we get some nice decimals. Let's make that 23. So this is 42 degrees, 23 minutes, and we'll make that 59 seconds. We'll change both of those. We're going to keep the 42 degrees. No matter what, it's going to be at 42 degrees. This 23 minutes needs to get changed into degrees. Minutes in the bottom, degrees in the top, 1 degree per 60 minutes, so 23 divided by 60. I'm always going to go out 4 places, so 0.3833. We would round if we need to when we do that 4 places. The next one is 59 seconds, so we're going to put seconds in the bottom. I want it to be in degrees. For this, for every 1 degree, that's 3,600 seconds, so that's 59 divided by 3,600. That's going to give me 0.016, and then this time we're going to round. So this is our decimal equivalent for those minutes and those seconds. So I'm going to do 0.3833 plus 0.0164, and that's going to be my decimal. So my answer is going to be 42.3997 degrees. So I added these two to get to that actual decimal part. We're going to got 4 places. That should be plenty. Let's make this one more fun. So we're going to do 8 degrees. Let's do 17 minutes, and we'll do 37 seconds. 8 degrees is going to stay. That's going to be in our final answer. We need to get this minutes part into degrees, and we need to get this second part into degrees. So we're going to put minutes in the bottom to cancel. 1 degree, 60 minutes. 17 divided by 60, go out 4 places for me, 0.2833. 1 degree, 3,600 minutes. 37 divided by 3,600, 0.0103. So this is going to be 8 points, and then add your 2 decimals, 2936 degrees. Final answer.